Hello, welcome to Bob's Dungeon. My name's Bob, I'll be your host. In this video, we're going to continue our look at the first edition of The World of Darkness with Werewolf the Apocalypse Player's Guide, first edition. This book has 232 pages and a copyright of 1993. It was published by White Wolf Games. All of the artwork in this book is in black and white. So let's go ahead and look at that artwork. The artwork in this book is all in black and white and really helps to set a tone for your werewolf game. Each chapter begins with a full-page picture, and it really doesn't hold back on sharing disturbing images. And I've included the picture of a werewolf fighting a were-alligator, because seriously, how often are you going to see a werewolf fight a dinosaur? To use this book, you'll need a copy of the Werewolf the Apocalypse first edition core rule book. This book and as many 10-sided dice as you can get your hands on. In this book, you'll find a bunch of rules that you can add to your game to increase your options for your werewolf characters in your game. It has brand new archetypes for your character's personality to choose from for your character. It has a new thing in it called merits and flaws. Now, in later editions of Werewolf the Apocalypse, they included merits and flaws in the core rule books. But in the first edition, you had to get the player's guide in order to use merits and flaws. And the way it would work is at character creation, if you chose a merit to add to your character, you would have to spend freebie points to obtain that merit. If you chose to add a flaw to your character, you would get some extra freebie points to help spend on things for your character. And there are many different types of merits and flaws in this book. You have psychological merit and flaws, mental merit and flaws, awareness merit and flaws, aptitude merit and flaws, supernatural merit and flaws, Garutai merit and flaws, human society merit and flaws, physical merit and flaws, and planetary aspects for your group merit and flaws. There are new abilities in this book that you can add to your game. Brand new disfigurements for medices. There are brand new gifts in this book that you can add to your game. New backgrounds. There is a section in this book with more detail on each of the tribes and camps that belong inside each of the tribe, which are kind of like smaller groups within the tribe. There's a description here about it. There's a chapter devoted to creating and maintaining sirens. There's a chapter devoted to new spirits and new fetishes that your werewolves can use and so forth. There are also some new types of shapeshifters that if you wished you could apply into your game for something that your werewolves would be able to fight, or you could use as other player characters. Stuff such as the Noatia, which are were-coyotes, the Garal, which are were-bears, the Korax, which are were-ravens, the Bastet, which is a group of were-cats, and there's different types. I think there's like 9 different types of were-cats to choose from. There's the Ratkin, which are were-rats, the Mokli, which are were-alligators, the Rokan, which are were-sharks, and the Anasazi, which are a bit strange. They're sort of like a were-spider, but they're sort of something else, and it recommends caution on using them as player characters, but they do make pretty good NPCs and antagonists in your game. There is a chapter in here devoted to using the rules for 2nd edition Vampire combat system in your werewolf game. But the second edition Vampire had just came out when this book was printed. There is a section in here on clave dueling, as werewolves, several of them have massive claves they use. This book also has a chapter giving you tips on how to play your werewolf and use them in a game. The back of this book has a chart with all the gifts found in this book and in the core rule book. It's a quick reference chart telling you what you need to roll and stuff and what the gifts do. All in all, this book has a lot of information in it to expand upon everything from the core rule book and present a lot of new information and options for your game. Which brings me to 3 questions. Would I play a character using the information in this book? If I were going to play in a first edition werewolf game, yes I would. Would I allow the information in this book to be used in a first edition werewolf game that I was running? Yes I would. There's a lot of good information in this book, like I said, to expand upon everything and give you a lot more options. Would I recommend this book? If you're playing a first edition werewolf game, in my opinion, this book is pretty much a must-have. It has a lot of good information, a lot of good options, lots of stuff for your game. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the first edition Werewolf the Apocalypse Player's Guide. Thank you for joining me at this look at this game, and hopefully you'll join me next time where we'll talk about something else. Bye.